It hasn't rained in about 2 weeks, and the day I decided to come to Universal when the parks aren't at capacity, as soon as I get over here, it starts pouring. And about 15-20 minutes later, the rain is over. But check it out, guys. There's so many people leaving right now. You know what that means. People leaving Universal now hopefully means very low crowds inside the park. Hopefully gonna hit both parks today. It's about 5:45 right now, so we only got about 4 hours. I wanted to come at nighttime because in my past experiences looking on the app and being here, there's lower crowds at nighttime. There's so many people here during the day. Universal's actually been hitting capacity like every single day like at 11 a.m. hits capacity, and so there's been a lot of people here, a lot of spring breakers. But today's Saturday and it has not hit capacity once, so maybe spring breakers are going away. Another update, Mardi Gras has been extended once again. It was supposed to end in March, got extended to April. Now Mardi Gras has been extended to May. I think Universal knows that this Mardi Gras celebration is a big hit. It still seems a little bit busy inside Universal Studios right now, but I was looking at the waits earlier and the waits actually weren't terrible. I'm thinking a lot of these people walking around right now are probably leaving the park. Right now, all outdoor attractions are closed. I was planning on going on Rip Ride Rock. I haven't been on that ride in a long time, but I was able to snag a virtual pass for the Mummy. So that's what we're gonna do right now. I'm hoping that this rain is quick and comes very soon while we're inside waiting for the Mummy, because that looks kind of bad. But hopefully later we can head over to Islands of Adventure, and maybe Hagrid's virtual queue will open back up, and hopefully I can get a pass for that. It's getting very windy. I don't know if the rain's gonna hit right now because it looks like all the gray clouds kind of passed over that way, but we're gonna find out in just a little bit. It's very rare that I come to Universal Studios and I don't come on the Mummy. Well, very fun ride for me, but not for the kid in the back of me who was crying the entire ride. Poor little guy was scared of the Mummy, but it's all good. I'm sure I was scared of some rides back in the day. Only roller coaster I used to go on back in the day was Thunder Mountain. But now I love roller coasters. I go on any roller coaster. Probably scariest roller coaster I've been on is SheiKra over at Busch Gardens. Also looks like we're gonna miss the rain. All those bad clouds went over that way. Right now we got some pretty good weather. It's nice breeze, about 70 degrees. Feels pretty good. Apparently they close all the food booths, all the outside food booths like for Mardi Gras when it's bad weather. Right now it's just windy, but they have them all closed. Another thing that I learned since the last time I was here was last time I came, I wanted to go on Rip Ride Rocket, but it was closed due to weather. But the weather was like very cold and pretty windy. So apparently if it's below a certain degree, they cannot operate Rip Ride Rocket, and also if it's windy they can't operate it. So that was news to me. That's the first time I've really heard of something like that. Usually outside attractions, they just don't operate if it's lightning outside or like really bad rain. I've been trying to make it to Universal for about 2 weeks now, but like I was telling you earlier, every single day it's at capacity around 11 o'clock, so it's been very hard to get over here. But I got a couple vids planned that I wanna do for you guys. I do really want to check out the 2 new stores that have opened up in Citywalk that I told you guys about, and I want to talk about the Velocicoaster over at Islands of Adventure, plus a couple of other videos. And it looks like the rain cleared out a lot of the people, just like I expected. Right now Men in Black's 15 minutes, so about to head on that, and then hopefully later, if everything goes okay, the outside attractions will open up. Men in Black is one of my favorite rides. Will Smith is actually one of my favorite actors of all time. Might be #1. No wait at all for Men in Black, just to walk on. A terrible performance, a terrible performance. I'm average, cosmically average. The good thing about the rain is that it clears out the park. The bad thing is that if it doesn't stop raining, the outdoor attractions will not open. But honestly, it usually does not rain like this. It'll rain for about 20 minutes in the afternoon time and then be done pretty much for the rest of the day. It usually doesn't just stay for hours. Doesn't look like the rain is gonna let up tonight. I checked the forecast, it's gonna be like raining the rest of the night, at least up until Universal closes. But what we are gonna do right now is head out of Universal Studios and go check out the new Universal Studios store and the Legacy store out in Citywalk. So here it is, guys. This is the brand new Universal Studios store. This took over a couple of stores that were in this section of Citywalk, but they got this up very fast. If you remember a couple weeks ago, they were still building it. They had none of this stuff up. So I gotta give Universal credit. They do construction very fast. So let's come in here and check it out. Looks very nice in here. It's got like a nice clean vibe to it. Very similar to kind of how the Bourne Stuntacular exit gift shop is. Kind of looks similar to this, and this is a much bigger upgrade than the Universal store that was here in Citywalk, which we will go to that old store after this. And of course, you already know, tons and tons of Harry Potter stuff in here. This whole section right here is all Harry Potter. But actually, there's some stuff in here that I have not seen in the parks before. Like, I've never seen these things. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I've just never seen before inside the parks or anywhere really. This is pretty cool right here. They got like all of the famous Harry Potter characters and their wands. This one's my favorite one. This is the Death Eater swirl. And then coming out of that Harry Potter area, you've got this bigger area where we just pretty much got regular Universal Studios merchandise with a cool like circular TV sort of thing in here. This is pretty cool. It's actually a projection, and they do have a section for the Velocicoaster. Cool thing is we actually just got a opening day for Velocicoaster. It's going to be opening on June 10th. And then just across from that brand new Universal store is the old Universal store, which is now known as the Universal Legacy store. And nothing really changed from the outside except they added Legacy right here. So this store is basically dedicated to the Universal of the past. So they got like old school photos of things from Universal, and they also have like old school props. Like, let's see what this is. This is an Egyptian sarcophagus, and you can like actually buy these things. But they have like cool shirts like Amity Island from Jaws right here. Jaws is an old school attraction. And this gun in here, it's kind of hard to see for the reflection and from this guy, I guess, but this is the grenade launcher from the Jaws ride that was here at Universal Studios. Do you guys remember the Jimmy Neutron ride? That was where the Minions is now. When I was little, I came over here, and that's like one of the only rides that I remember going on. This is a pretty cool thing. This is actually costumes and props used by Arnold Schwarzenegger, Edward Furlong, and Linda Hamilton in the making of the old school ride Terminator 2 3D. And check it out, this one is a rather new one, but it's still like a legacy celebration. This is Hagrid's motorbike, fabricated for the grand opening celebration of Hagrid's magical creature motorbike adventure. They also got like a lot of old school photos from out and around the parks. That was the brand new Universal Legacy store. Really cool. A lot of that stuff used to be over at Universal Studios in the shop called the Prop Shop, kind of in the Beverly Hills area. But I really did like that store. A lot of cool historical pictures. They also had some cool facts in there. They had like a timeline of all of Universal Studios history, which is pretty cool. I love theme park history and all that stuff. But I see why they wanted to change the big Universal store to a much wider, spread out store where it's not so crammed and crowded. Because if you saw in there, there's not a lot of room in there to walk around. But that's gonna end the night for me over here. It didn't go as I planned. I wanted to go on more rides. I was planning on doing some outdoor attractions, maybe Rip Ride Rocket, but they're still closed as of right now. Actually, they're probably not gonna open up for the rest of the night. But I do want to come back to Universal more. I have some more videos planned. I'm blocked out at Disney for the rest of April, so can't be going over there right now. So I'll be over here a lot more often, as long as the parks aren't at capacity like they have been every single day pretty much. So guys, if you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Thank y'all very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.
My name is Marcus, and I can't walk and vlog at the same time.